Hey guys, it's Clint Paschall with the Waters Church, and we are doing the Bible together, and we are in Acts 14. Here's a question for you. Are people ever confused by the way that you live at the source of your power? Do people watch, do people in your family, do people that are your friends, your neighbors, did they watch your life and see your ability to overcome situations and to be on top of your circumstances and to draw power in moments that you need power in such a way that people are confused at your source of power? In Acts 14, Paul and Barnabas specifically are displaying so much spiritual power that the people in the cities think that they are Greek gods. Okay, I get it. When you read a story like this, you're like, okay, that's fine for Acts 14, but I don't see anybody watching my life bowing to me and sacrificing to me as they did in Acts 14 and thinking I'm some sort of a god. I get that. There's parts of the story that you can't just mangle into your own life here in 2018, but there is the heartbeat of the story that you can apply. And here's what I think the heartbeat is in Acts 14. An encouragement to me to live a life that pulls so much spiritual power into it from the Holy Spirit that it's confusing to people. That they look at the way that I live, at least this is my standard, and they say, how are you doing this? How are you still going? How are you able to overcome that? How are you able to be calm? How are you able to not be angry? I'm not saying I get all this right. I'm saying this is my standard. I don't think that anybody in my life is going to say, you must be a Greek god, but they may be confused at the source of my power. And in that situation, I'll be able to respond exactly the way that Paul and Barnabas did. And that is just to point to Jesus Christ. They pointed to God. They pointed to God. People thought they were Greek gods. And Paul and Barnabas said, we're just people. We're just normal people who have a different source of power than you do. This whole biblical story has always been about source. It started with Adam and Eve, the source of their immortality, the tree of life. They abandoned it, plugged into something else for their own source. God is your source. The Holy Spirit is your source. And the question that I take from Acts 14 is, am I pulling down from, or pulling from sideways, from all over, that power into my life that would be so applicable and right in the moment that it gives me the ability to behave supernaturally as opposed to naturally? So where people would look at me and say, the only way he's able to do that is because of God in him. I think that's a standard that we should all pursue. Acts 14, you're seeing this little circle of mission trips. They're all up in the northeastern portion of the Mediterranean Sea. They're in an island there. They're up in the several cities in modern-day Turkey. They come back down to Antioch, and it's this beautiful circle. They're doing these mission trips, and the theme of all the mission trips are exactly the same. Point to God, point to God, point to God. We are powered by the Holy Spirit. This is a book called The Acts of the Holy Spirit, and as he's doing this, as the Holy Spirit is empowering them, Jesus Christ is getting more and more famous. May we also live lives that have such a supernatural power to it that the people that look at our lives and notice our reactions to life are a little confused, inspired. We don't hold it over them and say, look at us. Paul and Barnabas didn't do that either. They just said, we're just guys. We're just guys. We just have access to God. So do you. You have access to God. So my prayer for you today is that you will take that. You will take advantage of the fact that the Holy Spirit is right there with you and live lives that cause people to go, man, where is that coming from? Gives you the opportunity to say, it comes from God. Jack would like to say hello. Say hi, Jack.
Hi.
Good job. Hey, thanks for doing the Bible together.